Imagine queuing up for RTA for the day. Your first opponent is selected, Guardian 1 player. They get round 1 pick. What do they choose? Of course, they choose the most meta unit of all, Louise the Wind Paladin. Welcome to Epic Battles of RTA, and yes, we're going to see Louise the Wind Paladin today. Yes, it's Birdman that's been first picking too. Louise the Wind Paladin, but we'll see this and we'll see plenty more ridiculous stuff. Let's take a brief recap of the Wind Paladin skills. We got the first skill, attacks, stuns the enemy for 1 turn, 15% chance, decrease attack bar by 30% with a 100% chance. And then we have prayer protection, cleanse, and invincibility, and then this one, which is an immunity and a shield. And then no leader skill or anything. Not really a DPS unit, just see this, she's strippable. That's the... Never mind. That's like picking a Wusa first pick. Anyway, let's get it started. Right, like I said, first pick, Louise the Wind Paladin. That wasn't sarcasm. First pick, Louise Wind Paladin, followed by Dark Anubis, Water Demon, Harmonious. This is just a lot of... Diana's meta. The rest of everything else, not quite so much. So let's see, the super fast Lulu. Lulu moved before. Usually I see the water Ryus moving before the Lulus. So they get the cleanse. They get Molong's gonna reckless as soon as he gets an opportunity and actually kill something. But with that that big tanky 3-turn shield, that kind of prevents Molong from doing his reckless. So prevents big damage. But I mean, this is like the same thing from Welcome Back. Oh, he gets an additional turn. Okay. Madness Judgment, ignore defense, big damage into the Molong. So at this point, I mean, he's just... That demon's going to get some more skill 2s off and then just absolutely destroy things. You know what? I kind of like this. The more I see this demon, and it's mostly this guy. He's not the only one using the demon, but he does like to use the demon in every so often. The more I see him use this demon, I'm like, this is really so strong against the Carnal, Molong, Lulu comps. This demon, because you know they like to take a lot of turns, and then the demon comes back, and then he nukes things. Well, he didn't have the skill 2 there, and then when he dies again, and then he comes back, but they don't have enough damage to just like kill instantly at this point, right? Carnal's gonna keep turn cycling and everything, so it's Bruiser versus Bruiser. We are in a little bit more of a Bruiser meta this season than we were before, so. Welcome back. Oh, he didn't have his skill 2 again. Welcome back. No skill 2 for you though. I was trying to figure out what his or wasn't. I started to just try now. Let's be honest. I started to just try now to figure out what is he on rage runes? Is he on? He's not violent procking, so he can't be on violent runes. Lulu's violent procking, which is just going to give the demon more turns to come back and nuke things down. So does he go for Lulu or does he go for Carnal? He goes for Carnal. All right. Healing music. And then eventually, I mean, he's going to take that demon down again, but it's only a matter of time before it's going to be the same situation. Takes the demon down, 9,000 turns later, demon pops up and one-shots something. Next match, more Louise first pick. More Louise first pick into Dark Anubis and a Water Demon. Opponent bans out the Molong, bans out the Savannah. Opponent picks the Dark Phantom Thief. Of course, a unit that is a highly contested first round pick, the Dark Phantom Thief. Well, you know, the Dark Phantom Thief actually does work pretty nicely with the Molly. Molly's got the increased chances of getting glancing hit for her allies. And then he gets invincibility every time with his passive every time he gets glanced on. So, well, you guys know, you've done TOA, so you know exactly what he does. You're like, yeah, the Dark Phantom Thief, the most annoying of all of these. He is often used in... I don't know why I was surprised about that. The demon is squishy, and Dark Phantom Thief is built for... It looks like he's built for, like, a Bruiser kind of build. But let's see if we can try to analyze how specifically... I do him as a... Yeah, it looks like a Bruiser more on the attack, because he didn't have a defense break or anything. So it looks like he's more of... And the Anubis is tanky. So it looks like he's more of a Bruiser, more so on the attack side. Which is, I mean, kind of what you would expect from him anyway. I started to say something and then I totally forgot. But yeah, he's you guys already know he's annoying in TOA. So this is, we're just going to see a same situation if it's going to take them a while to actually kill these things. And the demon's going to keep popping back up and murdering everything. Well, he doesn't have his, he doesn't always have his second skill. The second skill is like the obliterate skill. So it's the, this is just going to be the same situation though. This is going to be the exact same situation. Pop up skill 2, kill things. And it's just not gonna be anytime soon though. Mark of brush tip, yeah, and then he's just gonna skill 2, and that's, I mean, it's it was kind of already game even before that. They have sustain, they have 2 forms of sustain, 2 forms of immunity and heals on that team. So it was, I feel like it was only a matter of time. I feel like as soon as they took down the Dark Phantom Thief, it was basically, for me, I feel like that's a guaranteed win at that point, because there's not enough damage on that side. They have 2 forms of sustain. Well, actually, the Anubis has his own sustain as well, with the skill 2. But yeah, there's nothing they could really, aside from hoping and hoping and hoping that the water demon keeps doing the keeps glancing. But even so, that's still, they would still, they weren't going to come back from that. Next match, fairly standard, but there's a unit in here that I have not seen picked for quite a long time in RTA, Theo Mars. So I'm really curious to see how Theo, I mean, Theo Mars just got a buff. His cooldown on his passive is crazy, right? So huge, like really, really, really significant change to the cooldown on Theo Mars. But this is just like this is basically like a Bruiser Guild War defense kind of situation that they're going in. I see the people doing this usually with like Tessarion, not Theo Mars, but they went with the Theo Mars. See, this is very interesting how the Kaki is not landing the defense break on the water unit, because if this was one of my RTA matches, the Kaki would definitely land a defense break on oh no, see, he's doing it now. He's doing it now. But every time, oh my god, so frustrating. I'm like, oh, the opponent has a Kaki. Okay, well, that's fine. Lands a defense break on my water unit, lands a defense break on my water unit, gets additional turn, gets revenge. Okay, so this is exactly, they have the same Kaki. The same situation for Kaki as I go up against. Good, I'm glad that it's not just me. I'm glad that it's not just me. He does not have a 100% chance to defense break. Look at this guy. Look at... I'm gonna start first picking Kaki. Look at this Kaki. This is exactly the Kakis that I have to fight against too. I am glad. I mean, they did bring a Theo Mars. I don't think Theo Mars was the right choice there, but can we just appreciate that Kaki is ridiculous? You know who it is. It's one of my favorite players. Just picks all dark units, all dark. Well, aside from the water on Muji. So all dark units in the water on Muji, bans out the Hurtite. Gets the skill 2, lots of extra damage. Han's skill 1 is not all his skills are based on speed, but just the skill 1 is based on speed. So simple solution, goes for the defense, does not get the defense break. He gets the defense, never mind. So this is the one that she will, this water on Muji, if you guys are not familiar with her, she will, all the buffs that have ever been applied in the entire game, she will, when she uses her skill 3, she will apply them all to your team, and then all the debuffs that have ever been applied, all of them will be applied to the enemies. So as soon as she gets a turn, that's gonna be some nasty, nasty stuff. They do need to actually strip with this Gianna first before anything else, though. Before she can actually apply that. So, do they actually... And this Jack-o'-lantern is actually going to hit pretty hard. He's going to hit pretty hard when he gets a chance. Trickster... Are they even going to get the water on Miyuji off? Oh my god. So much damage to this Dark Jack-o'-lantern. Okay, then gets the stun. And then as soon as she gets a turn... As soon as she gets a turn, does she actually get it? Okay. As soon as she gets a turn, bombs on everything, stuns on everything, everything on everything. Past life spell, ninja comes in, nukes everything down. Everything on everything, guys. And then this also pushes his attack gauge up higher, but it doesn't really matter, does it? Yep. There we go. And that's kind of nice. Kind of nice against, like, kind of nice combo with that bring things back from the dead to any nice unit that has some crazy skills. Very nice. How many times am I gonna say nice there? This one, G3 versus G1. G1 player, Japanese player, picks the Bastet and Veligil first. It's a traditional Japanese cleave, we used to call it. Bans out the Bastet, brings in the Dark Panda. So that's going to be a Swift Veligil, by the way. Okay, so how much damage is he going to do? Sequential attack. A little bit of damage. Triple Crush. He needs to actually kill this. Oh, he's on Violet. Okay. He's on Violet. Does he actually get the kill there? He does not. Oh, and he gets a counter. Very interesting. Okay, and then he just goes for trying to kill the Ciara. Unexpected turn of events. I mean, Ciara is actually pretty nice on Revenge. I have her on Revenge on one of my accounts, but you usually don't see her on Revenge. You usually see her on just Violent Will, right? But Revenge, especially with high... If you have her on Revenge, you want to have her tanky with high crit rate. Those are your two biggest things. Because she's going to be getting hit, right? You would assume if she's going to be on Revenge, she's going to be getting hit. You expect her to get hit. And then you also want her to get some value out of the Revenge. So additional damage artifacts, as always. And then high crit rate so that she can increase her attack gauge by 45% when she Revenges. So that could potentially give her the opportunity to cut in. And let's see this Dark Panda solo. I would love to see that. Sequential attack. I feel like he definitely can solo. Sequential attack. They could just do skill 1 at this point. Just skill 1, skill 1, skill 1, skill 1, skill 1. And who gets the RNG and who doesn't get the RNG. So does it convert to dots? Sequential attack? Okay. I mean, if she keeps getting the stuns, wow, this is clutch, guys. Oh my god. Wow. That could have gone either. This is RNG though. This is esports. It could have gone either way. Whoever gets the RNG wins. That is a perfect effing textbook example of whoever gets better RNG wins. If Juno did not get the stuns, then it did not get the stuns or did not get the strip of the counter attack and the heal, then the G3 player would have lost. But got the strips, got the stuns, got everything, and those stuns, that was the game changing aspect, is just getting those stuns. And this is your esports, guys. This is welcome to esports. This next match I like because it showcases something that a lot of early to mid-game players, if they summon him, they don't know what to do with him. They stick him in storage. He stays in storage for years. The Light Sniper. So Light Sniper is very good against cleave teams. Anytime the enemy buffs, take a look at all those buffs, he increases attack gauge. He gets suppressive fire. That is skill 2, which is a strip. Skill 1 will just do damage. Skill 1's like the other snipers. It just does damage that ignores the damage reduction effects like invincibility and defense buffs and things like that. So we're going to see that in a second as soon as the Pontos buffs his immunity and invincibility. Light Sniper is just going to go completely through that immunity and invincibility. Accurate fire, I mean, glancing hit debuff is glancing hit debuff. So... didn't really get to do too much there, but as soon as they do some more attack power buffs, then he increases attack gauge again. He's still going for the Jameer. Jameer's pretty high defense. His base defense is pretty high. I feel like I would have gone more for the Shung Pung. I feel like maybe that would have been... he still did some decent damage there, right? So it does actually, if I recall correctly, that skill 2 does, with the snipers... more damage, the more beneficial effects you strip. It's a strip, and it does more damage the more beneficial effects you strip. So, this is actually, the Light Sniper is really good to use against Lucians, like Lucian Cleaves, Julie Cleaves, Shimite, like any of those Cleave teams, Light Sniper is super, super good against. And I see some people that, like, getting Cleave, and they're like, I don't know how to beat Cleaves. And I'm like, you have a Light Sniper. Like, this happened several times before. I'm like, you have a Light Sniper in storage. You don't know how to beat Cleaves. You have a Light Sniper in storage. Well, yeah, but is he good? Well, I guess you'll never know since you're not going to build it, right? So anyway, that's what the Light Sniper does. And then all the people that actually need to see this video, aren't going to even bother watching it. So this is what I'm personally interested in. I like the comps on both sides. I like they started picking Charlotte Hagang, interesting, and then the opponent picks. He's got a dark mage. He's got a dark Blade Dancer. I mean, the Dark Blade Dancer is already countered by the Hagang, though, unfortunately. Otherwise, we'd see some even crazier stuff, right? Or not unfortunately. Hagang is actually really good. It's really important to have Hagang in the meta. Lots of defense breaks. Very nasty. Lots of defense breaks there. So, but Hagang is definitely something we need in the meta, and if Comtos wants to balance more, I know they're not going to watch this either, but if Comtos will, more units like Hagang, like Juno, things like that, are actually going to balance the game better, more passives. Guys, it's official. We are officially in the Louise meta. You want to know how I know that we're in the Louise meta? That's how I know we're in the Louise meta. Louise gets banned. Sekhmet gets banned. I don't listen. Sometimes in this game, I don't even know what I'm watching anymore. So, out of all the units they could both have possibly banned. They banned the Louise and they banned the Sekhmet. I mean, they banned the Sekhmet because Sekhmet was a counter to Louise. And they banned Louise because the Louise was just going to absorb all that juicy damage Mo Long and Xingje were going to do. So, it's just sometimes I don't even know what I'm watching anymore. I'm like, okay. Louise ban, Sekhmet ban. Right. The most meta of all of the units in Summoner's War. In World Arena. Louise and Sekhmet. Right. Those are definitely the ones we should have expected to get banned. And now we're watching a Louise free match, which... There you go, guys. Just first pick Louise, and then you can get the rest of your draft through. No problems. So, this isn't even the same person. This is like, Louise is actually getting picked in RTA now. There's few people actually picking Louise. Okay, so let's see. We got the Divine Wind, and then we got the Predicted Future. And, I mean, Juno's a fantastic pick. They did get lucky, though. They did get lucky. Juno's a fantastic pick into Louise. So, let's see. Get some nukes into Juno. And then at this point, it's just... I don't know, maybe I call things too early. I'm like, I feel like that's game. Maybe you call things way earlier than they really should be called. Okay, like I said, didn't I say that's game? That's game. You think it's a joke, Louise meta. Let's see what the bans are. Bans are Molly and Tianlang. Tianlang's, of course, he's got banned. And then the Molly. Molly is the sustain on that opponent's team. So they have still 2 sustains on the Japanese player's team. And then 0 sustains on Pepsi's team. So much immunity, so much shields. I mean, immunity on top of immunity on top of immunity. So basically, that Kaki's never going to get a defense break. And then the Carnal is dead weight, since there's no... Well, I mean, I guess Carnal now can, cut in and do some things, but... yeah, Carnal, not really too much that he can do against 9,000 forms of immunity. Immunity and heals, immunity and shields, immunity and more immunity. Guys, I don't know how else to tell you. Louise, 2 OP. 2 OP. We're in the Louise meta. Guys, got first pick Louise. Sometimes, man. First pick Louise. First pick Lulu. What are we even seeing this season? What has happened in this game? First pick Louise. First pick Lulu. First pick Carnal. First pick Molong. If you told 2 seasons ago, if you told all these RTA players 2 seasons ago, like, oh, these are the first picks for this season, 2 seasons into the future, they would all laugh. They'd be like, there's no way Molong, Lulu, Louise. Well, Louise is not a very common first pick, and it just happens to be one person first picking it. But yeah, I think people would be a little bit surprised at Cardinal, things like that. I think people would be a little bit surprised that these units are so relevant this season in RTA. Guys, I bet you cannot possibly guess what we're gonna see in this Louise. It's more Louise. It's just interesting to see. She does make sense. I think first picking Louise is a little silly, but she does actually make sense in some comps. She's got the shield. She's got the immunity. She's a wind Wusa. The more I say that, the more people are gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna first pick Wusa now. Like, first pick Wusa. I think that there's some comps that Louise tends to do much better in, especially with some of these LDs, right? Especially with some of these LDs. I don't think that they were specifically wanted to make sure that Demon died so fast, but then they conceded. What was the health like on the rest of their team? I don't know, but they just conceded after that. I'm surprised they conceded. Maybe they had to go to the bathroom or something like that. I feel like I would have still had that the rest of that play out. But anyway, that's it for this one. The Louise meta, guys. We got to see some interesting stuff. We got to see Louise. We got to see some more Louise. We got to see some more Louise. We got to see the Light Sniper. I forgot what else we got to see. Mostly Louise and Light Sniper. I think we saw... Did we see... I probably included a Theo Mars, right? I probably included... What else did we see? The water girl? Water Onimusha? Anyway, that's it for that. I don't know what I'm actually including in the final version of this video, because I just record, and then we'll see what actually makes it into the video or not. But anyway, you guys are like, we didn't see the Water Onimusha or a Theo Mars or any Louise. Wait a second. Louise was in this video. She's supposed to be in this video? Anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you as always in the next one.